we made a little change in the program, and we'd like to introduce our ambassadors who were good enough to come and pay tribute to the Hillel Kook and his work that was done. I'd like to call him first on Her Excellency Mrs. Susanna Gandhi Henderson, the Ambassador of El Salvador. I think we have occasion to meet.
Yes. His Excellencies, Ambassador Bovary and everybody, ladies and gentlemen, dear friends. I'll try. Faced with the memory of these giants of humanity, it is my privilege to stand here tonight and make my humble words as brief as possible. We are gathered here this evening to honor the heroism of extraordinary men, men who did not remain silent but acted for human decency with courage and determination. Men who did not point at their fellows and say, "You do something, it is your responsibility," but who realized that by pointing one finger at others, you are pointing four fingers at themselves. The government of El Salvador, through its diplomatic and honorary staff in its consulate in Geneva, both Gentile and Jewish, by issuing thousands of nationality papers, acted on behalf of fundamental human rights and offered light to the Jewish people during that period of darkness. I hope that the courage, compassion, and initiative of the Salvadorian government, as well as of the righteous men we honor this evening, will leave a lasting legacy that will inspire our generation and those to come. Thank you.
Very fine message. I'd like to hear some more. His Excellency, Mr. Janos Avari, the Ambassador of Hungary. He sang, now he talks.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for this invitation. I have learned a lot this afternoon because the activity of Hillel Kook was not very well known. I couldn't find his name in the different history books. But we have a duty to correct the history and to write the names into the history books. You know it well, many people that knows well the tragic history of the Hungarian Jews and the Jews of Budapest. The Budapest Jews, they were mentioned this evening many times. But I have to tell you that very few people knows it exactly, that the rescue operation, the rescue mission of the Budapest Jews, one was the most successful operation during the Holocaust to rescue Jews. It started in the United States, as we could see from Hillel Kook, but the most important figure to rescue Jews in Budapest was Raoul Wallenberg, who came for a very quiet Sweden to Budapest to danger his life and to rescue people, to issuing visas and passports. And he was not alone. We mentioned as the activity of the El Salvador diplomats. And we have to mention Karl Lutz, the Swiss consul, who rescued the life of around 60,000 Budapest Jews. And the Turkish ambassador, the Portugal ambassador, and Giorgio Berlasca as a consul of the Spanish embassy made the same. So we were coming here to remember Mr. Hillel Kook, and thank you very much for organizing this evening, and it was a great pleasure for me to sing together with my Jewish friends the Szólok a Koshmar, which was compulsory in the school when I studied in the elementary school, and I could recall my memory. Thank you very much.
Excellency, Mr. Robert Reidenberg, the Ambassador of Sweden. Welcome.
Thank you very much and good evening. It is a pleasure and an honor to be here tonight for the Hillel Kook Memorial Evening. Allow me first of all to pay my respects to the survivors of the Holocaust here present, to the family of Hillel Kook, the organizers and the distinguished guests and invited persons. The actions of Raoul Wallenberg are well known and well documented. Witnesses are still among us. Tens of thousands of Hungarian Jews were brought under the protection of the Swedish legation and saved by Wallenberg and his collaborators. And plans to destroy the Budapest ghetto were prevented, and with it the murder of perhaps 60,000 more. Wallenberg achieved this through a combination of courage, determination, and ingenuity. He never accepted that the seemingly impossible could not be done. His person was crucial, but the mission was not personal. It was the result of a unique initiative and cooperation between the Swedish and the US governments and the World Jewish Congress and the War Refugee Board in the United States. Hillel Kook, whom we honor tonight, had a key role in bringing about the organization which made this possible. The story of Hillel Kook, too, is a story of courage, determination, and ingenuity in the face of absolute evil. The evil, the horror of the Holocaust must never be forgotten. It must never be repeated. To ensure this is the best honor we can bestow to Raoul Wallenberg, to Hillel Kook, and to thousands of less known heroes. Thank you.